name is Maria, and the name of my company is Celtic Angels, and I just thought I would put together this little YouTube about a question that I get asked a lot. And the question is, how do I know my parents need help? Now, this is an excellent question. And what I did was I came up with a little list of things for you that you can actually go on to our website and just print off the list. But I thought I would talk about a few things on the list today. So the first thing I would do, go visit your parents, go check their car out in the driveway. Do you notice, is it scratched? Are there dents? Are there bumps? Are the side mirrors hanging off? This is a good indication that maybe things are not all as good as it, maybe it's time that they need to be taken off the road. Also, another indication would be if you go into their house, have a look in their fridge, see what they have in the fridge. Is there food there that's outdated by a few years, maybe since the 1980s, that you need to clear out? Would this be something abnormal for your parents? In a previous time, your mom maybe cleaned the fridge out every week, and now she is, it's going for months at a time. Another good indicator would be if you could look in your parents' cabinets and see, is there any food in the cabinets? And I know that sounds horrible, but I went to meet a patient, and all the family were there, and we went out to have a look in the cabinets, and there was absolutely no food in the house. And the family were absolutely horrified. There was no food in the house, and they truly had no idea. Another good indicator sign that your parents need help is, all of a sudden, have they unexplained bruising? Have they had a few falls in the house that you haven't been aware of? And when you ask them about it, they really don't want to discuss it with you. That's a good indicator, because parents, they're nervous. They know that maybe things aren't the way things should be, and they're nervous to tell you that because they want to stay in their own home. So that's why, having a caregiver come in and keep an eye on them is fabulous. Keep them at home where they're happy, right? Another good indicator that perhaps they need help would be that all of a sudden the house is a mess. Maybe your mom or your dad, they were a fantastic housekeeper, but now you notice that the house looks a bit shabby. You notice that a lot of bills are lying around, and obviously they're not as good about paying their bills as they should be. Sometimes this can be very cognitively challenging for some of our patients as they get older. And it's not only old age, of course, but it's just the dementia. Maybe they haven't been diagnosed that they have dementia. And this all goes hand in hand with they're unable to take care of themselves at this point. Most alarming, I find, is that the medication management is not what it should be. All of a sudden they're not taking their medications, and when you go to check their medication containers, they're maybe 2 years old, which tells you they haven't been taking their medications at all, even though their doctors and everybody else thinks that they have been. And the medication containers that you can buy in CVS are fabulous. They have the 7 days of the week. It's a good idea perhaps for one of you family members to fill that medication container, or perhaps maybe have a nurse come in maybe once a month to fill the medication containers, so that people can keep track and make sure that they are taking their medications, which is so important. I always like to ask a few indirect questions when I go out to do the client intake, when I'm meeting somebody for the first time. One of the questions I always ask is, what would you do if there was a fire in your house? And you would be amazed at the amount of people that just can't answer that question, which is very worrisome for the family, and I mean a clear indicator that they really should not be in the house by themselves. Another clear indicator would be that all of a sudden your mom and dad are losing a lot of weight. In the past they had a great appetite, but now it seems obvious to you that they're missing meals, that they're not eating, which is also a very telling sign that they need that extra bit of support to stay at home. Falls are the #1 reason why a lot of people end up in the hospital with broken hips, broken arms, I would recommend that you go look in your parents' bathroom. Make sure that they have grab bars, a shower chair, all the equipment that they need to keep themselves safe in the bathroom. The non-skid mats are vital to help them when they're getting in and out of the shower. And if your parent lives by themselves, I think it would be a great idea for you as a family member to be there when they're having a shower. And if you can't be there, make sure that there is somebody there, a caregiver there with them. Also, if you have stairs in your house, to make sure that you have a grab rail by the side of the stairs to make sure that they're getting up and down the stairs safely. What I find in my travels is that a lot of prospective new clients, when they're scared of the stairs, so they won't go upstairs anymore. So now all of a sudden you're going to find that your mom or dad, they sleep in the recliner downstairs. So that can be another clear indicator that they need additional supports to stay at home. I hope you found this information helpful. I know that they just seem like very basic, logical indicators, but when it's your parent or your spouse, you can miss these warning signs because you still see them as they were when you were a little child. And so it's very, very hard to step in and maybe let them know that you're very concerned, that you really want to get that additional help for them. Have a family meeting and get the process started. Thank you very much for joining me in this YouTube video. I hope that it has helped you and gave you a few tips on how to approach your parents and perhaps get the additional supports that they need. Thank you and God bless.